Okay.
Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 16 of Forgecraft with Soren.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? How's it going? Hey, what do you got here?
Good. We have an allocator.
Ooh, item allocator.
Do you know what this is from?
Thermal expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally spoiled by the one probe, which you can't read. Which you can't read behind the saturation notification.
I'll stay in the way of it. That works, right?
You can't read anything now. There's
19.
too many things in front of it. So that looks cool. So you have inputs and you have outputs, and output, input. Neat.
Yeah. So let's get this up here. Yeah.
So will it keep a certain amount of items stocked in an inventory, or
Not quite. The numbers on the left and right are how much it moves in that cycle.
right?
So blue 4 is it'll take 4 from an inventory that has filtered,
Right.
and then orange, I can change the number, but orange will output in a round robin kind of fashion.
So what does this do that pipes don't do?
So say I have a pipe hooked up to this actually.
Right.
I could actually make it output, again, round robin format into these other blocks.
But you could do that with pipes.
Depends on how big the system is. And if you don't want to have pipes for, say, just 3 machines or 6 machines, I guess 5 machines, might be a little bit more simple.
I see.
But it's a way to handle an inventory because think about it, some machines can't access pipes. This is an inventory.
Gotcha.
So.
Hey, I baked up another crystal for us, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Earlier. This one generates 13,600 RF a tick, and it should last a lot longer than the last one did.
Oh.
Oh, and I made more obsidian too.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm getting things. What is that?
Rod of shifting crust.
Oh, the botanic. Okay.
It's basically an exchanger.
Right.
Left click to do one block at a time, right click to do a big block.
The
I don't know that
range.
it works only in one plane though, which is frustrating. Like, I think it gets some of the blocks behind the blocks that you're looking at. I don't know, it's a little bit weird.
I think so.
Yeah. Like I think it like wraps around a bit. I don't know, it's weird. It's ideally it would work in one plane, but I don't think there's any way to configure it for that. So hey, we got new mods on the server then.
Yeah.
Thermal dynamics. So are we gonna have viaducts like routing all around our base? Because we should have viaducts routing all around our base.
If you want to work on crafting those, sure. I looked at the recipe this time. They're not as easy as they were that I had.
Ah, they're fine. We just need some blitz powder. All it is redstone and sand. We can do that. I mean, it's bronze. It's hardened glass. It's erythium dust. I guess. Is niter hard to get? No, because you can pulverize sandstone to get it.
Sandstone. Yeah.
Or sandstone stairs. Sandstone stairs seem to be better. It's like 75% from a stair. Instead of, 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you add the upgrade to the pulverizer that increases the secondary output, I'm sure it would hit 100%. I don't know how many of those you would need, but it would totally be doable.
Hold on. Can we go over to math real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we have 4 sand for sandstone. Get 8 stairs for 6 sandstone. Quick, how much sand do we use?
32.
Okay, I'm gonna trust your math with this.
Right.
32. And then we pulverize, we get 2 per stair, so we get 64. Can't tell if we get positive gain with that. I need to write this down.
Maybe?
I haven't done mental math in a while.
It's as balanced as equivalent exchange.
You're right. I want to test this now. Pulver sand. 12 sand.
I might not have understood what question you were asking with math, so I might have done the math
It looks
wrong.
like there might be a positive gain, is what I'm trying to say, in sand. If you do sandstone stairs.
You know what else there isn't? Is Tesseracts.
That's an Ascension, so that's not out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, next mod they're making.
Bummer. But no, I mean, like, we have item, fluid, and energy ducts, which are pretty good. So that's kind of a cool thing. Like, the ducts that they have now. Also, did you notice they have, like, fluid and redstone ducts and item and redstone duct, like, stuff? Like, so you can mix and match your ducts a bit. Like, Signal and plated fluid ducts can transfer fluids and redstone flux. Just like fluctuating item ducts can do items and redstone flux. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. There was just no warp duct.
Oh, no? No warp ducts yet?
Nope. That might be an Ascension. I think that's in progress.
Neat. But most of the other thermal mediator, I forget what that does.
It's new. So basically, you can put that next to machines and make them better.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. It's like a boosting tower kind of concept.
Yeah.
I'm sure I covered that in my spotlight, which I did a long time ago, and then never used it because I don't know. I remember like hearing about what it did, and I was like, that doesn't sound so useful.
I used it, and it turned out to just be slower to fill it up in the end. Just like, I'll just use the speed up wand.
Yeah. Flux capacitors are new texture.
Yes.
Neat.
Old 25 million in the end tier. Must remain in hotbar.
That's a bummer, right?
Yeah.
But I like that there's like a better version. So we have like better capacitors too, right? Like we have energy storage.
So the cell, so we have energy cell, but I think the maximum it holds is 25 million, which is a little more than what we can store with the advanced cell, but not as much work with the advanced cell. This one's a lot more work.
Well, because the advanced cell automatically shares, right? And power cells would not. Because we don't have Tesseracts.
Right. So the way you do this one is like you have those upgrade chips you put in.
Right.
You have the single cell, but you upgrade that.
Correct.
There's no crafting to it anymore.
Right. You use either the upgrade kits or the conversion kits. Conversion kits are a combination of upgrade kits, so you can go like directly from basic to resonant in one click if you wanted to.
Yep.
Which is cool. I know there's like a new-ish kind of power gen system that's based mostly on trees, and I think it's the arboreal extractor.
Yeah, so there was something that my chat was telling me you can make maple syrup.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, there's syrup.
And there was...
Ooh, naphtha. Neat. Resin's what we're looking for, and tree oil. So... yeah, tree oil generates RF. And you get tree oil from putting resin in a fractioning still. And you get resin from... that's cool. A resin funnel in a sawmill, I think? Yeah. So that could be an option for going that route. Refined fuel, huh? Refined fuel will generate 2 million RF per bucket. That's kind of cool. Refined fuel comes from naphtha, which comes from crude oil in a fractioning still, or liquefacted coal. Liquefacted coal being coal dust in a magma crucible. So we could set up like some neat power gen options, I think. Like, how much RF per tick are you getting from your potato farm? Like, do you know what this generates?
I can... yeah, give me a second. 1, 2, 18 times 840.
Is that what they generate? 840 RF a tick each?
Yeah.
How do you know?
15.12K. Because if you take the number of upgrades, multiply that by an amount it makes, which in this case is 40 R per tick because of the baked potato.
Yeah.
And then you add 1, so 21 times 40 in this case.
And that's the math for the speed upgrades on those?
Yeah, so n plus...
So do you want to do some more... I gotcha. Do you want to do some thermal expansion stuff, or do you want to do some other stuff? Like, I wouldn't mind checking out some things. You there? I'm gonna play with tree oil. Tree oil comes from a fractioning still of resin. You need a resin funnel in a, presumably a sawmill. Yeah, it's a sawmill specialization. But I think the fractioning still, you put it like next to a tree and you get resin, right? But it's a lot slower. Did Soren disappear?
Oh, I've been muted.
Okay.
I was talking, it managed to match up perfectly for the pauses and dialogue.
Nice.
Yeah, so I want to do that. I definitely want syrup, so...
Yeah. So we have a lot of wood.
We do. But would you want to try to set up something passive? So like we have a tree nursery or something? I don't know.
We could. I remember it being slow, but I could give the fractioning still a try. That refines fluids into other products. What's the one I'm thinking of?
Arboreal extractor.
Yeah, that's the one that extracts fluids from trees.
Which 10 gear?
We literally have no copper ingots.
We have 858 copper ingots.
Interesting.
Here, look in the system. There's an arboreal extractor already.
Oh, that was quick.
We have most of it.
Fast.
I went downstairs and crafted it. We have lots of materials, so.
Do we have like remote access to the storage system yet, by the way?
No. I've been using my portable grid.
Nice.
I wish that had wireless access, but I think Raul said no to that idea. I think the server.
So it's producing sap, just ever so slowly. I wonder. I don't think you can upgrade these. I think the blue machines are the ones that can't be upgraded, right?
Might be correct.
I'm pretty sure that's the format. Anything that's a blue machine can't be upgraded with, like, you know, resident upgrade kits, for example. So this is slowly producing sap. It says we can use fertilizer to speed it up, though. Now, there's nothing from thermal expansion called fertilizer, so I'm going to hope that it's bone meal that is the speed up. Oh, wow. We are rubber banding like a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. You log in, everything goes haywire.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad.
It's just the power.
I don't think it needs power. It already extracted like half a bucket's worth. It doesn't have a power in its UI. Cheaty Soren is cheating.
I was like, you know, you want to speed it up, huh? Okay.
I don't think it's actually speeding it up, though.
It doesn't look like it did much now.
I mean, we still have 150 millibuckets. I remember it being really slow. Like, by comparison, you can get sap. You get
200. Okay.
You get 10 millibuckets per piece of wood with a resin funnel. So, I mean, I guess it's, yeah. I'm actually not sure which is more efficient in terms of speed. I mean, I'm sure if we sped the sawmill up very much, we would get a decent amount of sap.
So what you're telling me is we need a legion of these.
Pretty much.
5,000 extractors coming up.
Well, that's interesting. Because wasn't it tree oil that we got from a fractioning still with resin? Yeah, that's weird. I can't hit U to see the uses of it. And rosin... Okay, that's an output. So resin goes into a fractioning still. So let's get one of those. I'm thinking it's probably time that we would want to, like, teach it some recipes. Are you making a fractioning still, or is that what I'm doing right now?
I think that's what you're doing.
Okay.
I'll make a crafter so we can teach it more recipes.
Okay.
Oh, I also have some friends to show you. Why do you sound so sad?
Because I know you.
Wow, man. That's not a reason to be sad. That's a time to be joyous.
Oh, you already put one there. Neat. So in theory, you should be... auto output enabled. That actually should be working. Wondering why it's not auto pulling. Well, we could try fluid ducts. Let's do...
Because that's sap?
Yeah. Am I thinking that wrong?
Resin's not sap.
What? Resin's not sap. Resin goes in a fractioning still to get tree oil. That's sap?
That's sap.
Oh, then where do you get resin from? Resin you get from the resin funnel. Okay, then what's sap used for then? I'm mixing up resin and sap apparently, which is very clear.
What are you doing? Sap is used in probably phyto grow to make rich phyto grow.
That seems about it, right?
And to fill tanks.
Right. That's about all. And that's why.
I don't know.
I remember being that you can either process the wood or arboreal extractor it. Like I thought sap and resin were the same. Maybe they changed that in 1.11. I'll have to go back to 1.10 and see if that's different.
But this means we need spruce wood works. Okay. So I think it might be anywhere.
Or oak wood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have tons of oak wood.
It just never changed for me, so I thought it was the rubber wood at first. Like, oh.
No. Any wood works.
Okay. So sawmill with resin funnel.
Yeah. So dire derp a little bit there, but basically yes.
I was a little confused. Like, you mean it's on outputting? It shouldn't.
Spruce wood is better though, to be fair. Yeah, spruce wood's a little better.
Man, I like spruce wood because it is a Christmas tree.
I'm assuming regular
nice.
wood works, but it's actually not listed in JEI, so I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
We have a lot of wood to test with, though.
I'm gonna make a sawmill.
You can use sap to make maple syrup in the fractioning still. Are you sure?
Sounds ideal.
That was it. It wasn't doing anything. Maple syrup, let's see. You know what? That recipe actually isn't here. We don't have a maple syrup recipe.
Yeah, so maybe that's where I'm getting confused from.
Probably, and it's probably not updated correctly.
So I need to upgrade the machine in order to use upgrades. So I'm just going to upgrade it to the second tier, which is the hardened tier. Oh, cool, we have Invar. Nice.
Yeah, I made that manually. I have an induction furnace, I thought, somewhere. Yep. So if you need more, it's machine room, kind of.
Sweet. So I'm producing sap.
Floating. Nice. Wait, sap.
Did you steal that machine? Put it on top.
I was trying to give it back before he flew off. He just did too quick. No.
Yeah, just put it on top for me. Okay, I'll do it.
Do it.
So that's producing sap. Wow, it really quickly fills up that buffer. We're gonna have to like void the items.
Wait, that made sap too?
Is it making sap? Yes, it is making sap.
Okay, so oak. Okay. So maybe they make different things. Try oak.
Oh yeah, that could be it. That could be your problem. I wonder if that voids it.
Yeah,
totally voids it. Taking the augment out totally voided the liquids in there, so that's cool. Yeah, maybe it is the type of oak that you use.
We have a chaos spruce too.
I'm gonna try spruce wood. Yes, that
Yeah,
made
make resin.
Okay.
So
that's
question then.
Go on.
What if we use spruce wood for this thing?
That's what I'm wondering too. I was actually just thinking that.
And can we just place down... Actually, let's test that even more. What validates a tree with this thing?
Good question.
First off, try placing a spruce. Just wood.
Yep, I'm just chopping down the tree real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off my magnet.
There you go. Is that thing empty still? Good. Our boreal extractor is doing what?
Does it need something in the input slot here?
Resin.
Okay.
We're getting resin now.
Trees make differences.
We actually got 100 millibuckets of resin, which, you know, isn't bad. Try and speed boost it. Yeah, I think King Lemming is smarter than you.
I wouldn't say smart. I think just would be with a lot of other mod devs speeding up bad. Actually,
King
no,
Lemming is
the
smarter than
reservoir
you.
sped up
He's
fine.
like, I know exactly what Soren's gonna do.
No. Good at machines. I did that earlier. These machines in the machine room.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Do you care about the spruce wood planks that I'm producing at the moment? I mean, I guess I can put a chest there.
It's up to you, really. If you think we'll need them.
I mean, I don't think we'll need them, but I also hate voiding things sometimes. Because the sawdust is actually useful for some things. Like, you can use sawdust for a handful of applications.
Forbs.
Compressed sawdust can turn into charcoal.
Orbs.
Yeah, for florbs, I guess.
With full of EU.
You can also make paper out of it. And phytogrow. And florbs, yes. So, lots of things you can do with sawdust.
So while we're waiting for resin, do you want to see your new friends?
Hold on, I'm turning on auto input. I want to see what happens here. Will you auto pull that spruce wood? Check that out.
There you go.
That's one of the new features, I think, of 1.11. Is that... So, do you see the side configuration on the right? It's both in and output, and it can also auto pull and auto push. But it needs to be a second-tier machine for auto input to be allowed.
Which was funny because I was using that on the allocator, and I couldn't figure out the practical purpose of that. And I was like, oh, you know what? It probably pulled it from the other machines.
So if I put a bunch of spruce wood in here, we're going to get a bunch of tree oil, which is kind of cool. So we can either use that. I think that just straight up gets used for compression dynamo, and that's it. Or is there a better use of that?
I'm sorry, what? Better use of what?
The tree oil?
I don't know if you can do anything with tree oil.
Yeah. Naphtha can be refined into refined fuel.
1,000,000 RF.
I'm assuming that's 1,000,000 RF per bucket.
Yeah.
It doesn't indicate what the RF per tick is, but I'm guessing that's dependent on the dynamo itself.
Yeah.
Because you can speed up
fast
raising your
runs
dynamos. So refined fuel. Refined fuel is 2,000,000 RF per bucket, and that comes from naphtha, which is fractioning still from crude oil or liquefied coal. Crude oil can be coming from is oil shale and a world gen thing, I presume.
I'm not even gonna point out that this does work.
But that one, you're using more RF. The other one is an RF-less machine, which I guess it makes sense.
I'm wondering if it's just because it's random. Like, I don't know. They could have done.
Yeah, maybe they're not using. Maybe they're not using the same tick system.
They could be doing what RS is doing. So just global. But yeah, you need to go meet our new friends.
I don't want to.
You have to.
But I don't want to.
You have to.
Hold on one sec. I want to check one thing. Just want to check one thing. So refined fuel comes from naphtha, comes from crude oil. Oil shale. Is your quarry running?
No.
Could you activate your quarry? Is it in blacklist or whitelist mode right now?
Whitelist.
Can you... I would like to see if we can get some oil shale. And I'd also kind of like to pump up the oil that's over here. Do you think that's going to be possible?
Thank you. Pump the oil from... Which oil? The Buildcraft oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because we have Buildcraft pumps. I'm wondering if I could pump that oil up and process it with thermal expansion and get 2,000,000 RF per bucket. But yeah, activate your thing because I want to see if we get oil shale.
Server's kind of...
It is. It's
dying.
very much rubber banding, so we'll be back in a minute, guys. All right, guys, we're back.
Friends.
Yes, we'll go visit your friends. Hang on one sec. This should do that, and that should do that, and if I did that... Yay! I just auto-extracted the resin as well. Or the rosin.
Nice. The rosin? The resin? The
I don't know what the rosin... Rosin is or dictionary with slime balls, it would appear. Which, by the way, it can run in... Oh, it looks like an overclocked generator it runs in. Or a furnace generator.
Yeah, it doesn't run in the...
Slimy generator, yeah.
That might be a bug. Or like a oversight.
Okay. Let's go see your friends. Where are they?
This way. Actually, yeah, never mind. You're right. There's this entrance there. Perfect. Perfect. I forgot my base.
Yeah. I found all the entities. I found all the entities.
Look at all the hamsters.
I found all the entities. Why are there so many hamsters? We were literally just complaining about the number of entities on this server causing lag.
Item entities. No, you said 1,000. That's not 1,000 there.
There's.
I have a llama printer. Come over here.
I don't want to see it.
Over here.
There's 63 entity llamas.
I know. I told you this. I told you this.
How's the pathfinding doing?
This way. No. Ah.
I'm running away from your llama printer.
But it's a lot. Look, it's amazing.
So what's it doing?
It's printing llamas.
Well, I can see that.
So there's a spawner in there.
I assumed as much.
And because they needed grass to spawn on, they'd spawn on the grass and instantly get picked up. And from request, Tema made it so we can cure them using a milk bucket.
Right. So where are you doing that exactly?
So you actually see it there.
Oh yeah, okay.
They actually keep it underneath the conveyor, which kind of nice.
Nice. Fancy.
I don't know who placed the vertical one there, but that's all interesting. I love it. I can do hamsters, I can do llamas, I can do endermen, I can do... I don't think I can do direwolves. What have you done?
Nothing.
Do you know what you caused?
I don't know what I caused.
They spit, man!
Why are they spitting at each other?
Because you hit one.
I mean, to be fair, I hit more than one.
Hey, I would turn down your sounds.
Yeah, no, I'm just leaving. Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Soren, end that. So I think what I want to try, Soren, next episode is come back and try and pump the oil out of that well. We'll have to figure out a way to get it back to our base, though. We could do something like I did last time with, like, the oil drum and the item transfer thing.
Oh, we can just use refined storage.
That's the other thing I was thinking. We just have a refined storage remote access point and have liquid. Your refined storage system is out of power.
Power. We have. Oh, you told me to turn on the quarry.
Yeah. Did we get that shale stuff that I was looking for, by the way?
Oh no, you can check.
It would be in the barrel, right? The barrel's like super full, by the way.
No, it's in the system. Give me a second.
Oh, is it going into the refined storage system now?
Yeah. There you go.
I don't see any yet. What's that? Neat. I don't see any yet, but that doesn't mean we won't get any. I guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, wrap it on point. Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Next episode, I want to try refining oil, but I've got a few buckets of tree oil for you here, buddy. So, you know, that's a thing. Anyway, take it easy.